Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this week's episode of the Horror for Dummies podcast, this is just a warning for this episode. Me and the Mushroom here get a little graphic with certain elements of the body on this episode, and we would hate for you to have a child or someone that you don't want listening, because we get downright dirty on this episode, and we don't hold back. So if you are listening to this at work, or if you're listening to this in the car with your kids or something like that, maybe don't. Maybe wait till you're home alone, and then you can listen to it. So this is your warning right now. Don't say we didn't warn you. On to the show!
I'll let you know before you try to go. Now this is my own show. Not a script or flip could make me stop, so just behave. I mean, there's no escape. Let's hope you make that drop, because you really don't want to take me off. And oh, what fun. I will tell you what to do and you will get it done. And oh, don't run. You'll find your nightmare here has only just begun. Welcome to my horror show. Now it's starting pretty. Oh, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Are you reading the walls? Did you get my clues? There's a debt to repay for now. You'll do.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the dumbest podcast about horror movies on the interwebs. This is Horror for Dummies. We are the show that comes to you weekly that teaches a thing or two to the dumbest little guy about the genre we love. I'm your host, my name is Tim Davis, and with me, as per usual, is the man they call Mushroom. Actually, it's only me that calls him Mushroom, but you can all join in. I would love that if everyone started like a hashtag Mushroom. That would be great. So here he is, the Mushroom. Hey, brother.
We don't even have a hashtag Twitter account. What would you...
This is true. I've been asked to start a Twitter account, and no, I don't care.
Twitter seems like an awful place.
Yeah, I'm already on Facebook and TikTok and Letterboxd and Instagram and YouTube.
I mean, I just go there to follow like porn stars and thoughts and stuff because it's the only place where you can still see nips.
Really? Twitter has photos?
Yeah.
I thought Twitter was just opinions.
It's opinions, but there's titties too. I mean, if you follow the people I follow.
Well, maybe I will have to get Tinder, not Tinder.
Yeah, like most social media things, it just becomes a porn feed.
Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I can just go to porn sites to look at titties.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just gravitate towards them.
And my sex
Especially
drive
the
is
bigger ones.
My sex drive is way too high as it is. I don't need tits in my face constantly. It's a bad idea.
I mean, I don't need tits in my face constantly, but it's like...
Yeah, but...
I wouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, but it's really hard to jack off when you're driving a truck.
Well, you don't have to jack off every time you see tits.
You do.
You do?
It's the rule.
It's not the rule.
It is the rule. I've decided it's the rule.
That could get complicated. That's a bad rule.
This is why...
What if there's a hot teacher? You can't do it.
No, I mean like out there tits, not just like girls wearing shirts. You have to see nipple or it doesn't count.
I love girls wearing shirts. Okay, what count? Yeah, but like, what if you're at the pool or something?
You have to see nipples.
They're out there. You have to see nipples.
Yeah.
So if you see nipples, you have to jerk off.
Yes.
But they'll hear me then.
Well, how often do you see tits like out there?
What, in like public?
Yeah.
Depends how well I've hidden.
You're fucking creepy. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to track. This is Horror for Dummies, man. This is the show that provides the funny while teaching the dummy, and maybe yourself, something about the films you love. This is episode 215, and on this episode,
Go on, say it. Go on.
We're feasting and beasting.
There you go. You're fucking happy now.
It's the best. You know what's funny? Like, we had this episode planned because Feast is a Patreon pick episode.
You're like, oh, my base is out. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Give me something, man. Just let me have it, okay?
All right, you can have it. You can have it. It's yours. It's yours. Please take it home.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So, yes, we will be doing Beast.
And Feast.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Jesus Christ.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, fuck. I'm ruining your intro.
We will,
Yet again.
We will be doing Feast and Beast. We're going to be doing the three Feast movies. So Feast 1, Feast 2, Sloppy Seconds,
We are.
and Feast 3.
Electric Boogaloo.
No, what is? Oh fuck!
Like Final Last Supper or some shit. I can't remember.
Final, something like that. Anyway, this is a Patreon pick episode dedicated to our friend William Bryant, aka the Cowboy, and he
Thanks, cowboy.
he wanted us to do the Feast films. It was between Feast and Mimic. That was his choices.
The happy finish.
That's it. Feast 3, happy finish, and it was something. But yeah,
It was a film that someone made for sure.
Yeah, Clue Gallagher's son. We'll get to it in a second.
Yeah, okay, demo.
Yeah, have you seen Mimic? From 1997, I think. It's a Del Toro film, so you should have seen it. You love Del Toro.
I do love Del Toro, but apparently I only love Pan's Labyrinth, is what happened.
Pan's Labyrinth.
I've seen no other Del Toro films. I'm the worst. I'm like, man, I love Del Toro so much. It's like, oh yeah, what have you seen? Pan's Labyrinth.
You've seen Shape of Water.
And fucking Shape of Water and the Geiger movie.
And the what
Jaeger.
movie?
Jaeger, not Geiger.
Yeah, what movie is that?
The Jaeger. Pacific Rim.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count. That's not horror.
Yeah, no.
I mean, you've watched his, like, produced movies. You like The Orphanage?
Yeah, that's true.
Padded Room were talking about The Orphanage today on their episode.
Oh.
And it made me want to go back and rewatch it again.
Is Mimic good?
Yeah.
Is it just about a chest that attacks you?
A what that attacks you?
See anyone playing D&D? Fucking shout out, boys. Don't tell anyone that we're not very good at confrontation and shit.
I don't know what you're on about.
A mimic is a monster in D&D, where it's just like a chest that you think is a chest, and then it like has fucking it eats you.
Oh, okay. No, Mimic.
So like,
Mimic is about big cockroaches.
ew. Okay, no, I don't want to watch it.
It's pretty good. Wait,
like
you have
cockroaches.
seen more Del Toro movies. You've seen
Have I? Okay.
You've seen Blade 2.
Oh yeah, I've definitely seen Blade 2.
You've seen Hellboy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You've seen Hellboy 2.
I have.
You've seen
The Strain? Did I say The Strain? Did we watch The Strain?
No, that's a TV series, I think. Yeah, it is. You've seen an episode of The Simpsons.
I have seen an episode of The Simpsons.
Have you seen Crimson Peak?
Which one was that?
I can't really remember what it was about. Quite honestly, you don't
through
really.
the whole episode.
No, you don't. You don't need. I don't think
Okay.
you actually were on that episode. You don't need to watch Crimson Peak. You watched Troll Hunters: Tales of Arcadia.
Did I?
No, probably not. I did because my kids are into it. But did you watch Nightmare Alley?
No, what's that?
That's his newest movie. I've been meaning to watch it. Apparently, it's pretty good. Not horror, but yeah. So anyway, we're not talking about Del Toro. We're going to be talking about Feast and Beast. Why don't you let me enjoy little things in life?
Because you have enough time with your penis. It now is about podcasts.
Yeah, okay. All right, so Feast and Beast. Last time, promise. We're going to be doing that.
You're fine. You can enjoy it. I'll let you.
Good. I will enjoy it, Mushroom. You fun guy. You're meant to be the fun one here, and you're ruining all the fun.
Isn't that the irony of the name, that I'm not a fun guy?
No, the whole point of your name being Fun Guy is because you were a fun guy at one point in your life. And then
No, I
then
wasn't.
you turned fucking 30 and you got all angry and crabby.
No, I fucking did.
That's true, yeah. I don't know why people like you.
I don't get it. They're fucking idiots.
Anyway, before we get into the bulk of the show, did you hear the latest horror news? Or did you see the latest horror news?
Is it a trailer?
Yes.
Is it a Blood and Honey trailer of Winnie the Poops?
It is, yes.
Yeah, I have.
You did watch it?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we have to talk about it before we start this show. What did you think about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Fucking love the premise. That's fantastic. I don't think I'd heard the premise before, or if I had, it's very likely I'd just, forgot it. Because me. But I fucking love the premise. It looks fucking sick as shit. I'm assuming Piglet looked fucking rad as all shit.
You saw Piglet in the trailer. He has tusks.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's Piglet. Like, we don't know yet.
He grew up.
Yeah, he all grown up now, like Rugrats. Yeah, that looked rad as shit. It looks scary as fuck. There's lots of girls in it for some reason.
You need to.
Not complaining.
It better have titties.
I hope it has.
And I hope it's not playing at the cinema. I hope I can watch it at home, so when the titties come out, I can just run to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, what happens if you fucking jerk off? You get fucking God, who was that actor? Oh, it was Pee-wee.
Your favourite.
It was Pee-wee that got caught jerking off in there. Yeah, it was jerking.
Well, that's probably because he saw some tits.
So many Pee-wee coming like that jokes. It can't be like new territory. That must have been like well played out.
Pee-wee is the best.
He certainly is a person.
It amuses me how much you hate Pee-wee.
It's not that I fucking hate Pee-wee, alright? It's
how
that
angry
fucking
you get.
Fly the fucking Navigator was a fucking sick movie. Was it Fly the Navigator or
I don't know. I wasn't on
what
it.
was I thinking of? Whatever fucking movie where he's the voice of the fucking spaceship and then all of a sudden he just becomes Pee-wee out of nowhere. And I'm like, I was genuinely enjoying his performance until that point. And then I'm like, you're just doing Pee-wee now.
I actually like the Pee-wee movies. They make me laugh. My wife is like you. She hates Pee-wee Herman.
It's just not that funny.
It is.
Like, I don't get... Like, he's fine. He's no fucking Ernest, though. Ernest is funny. No.
Disagree.
Ernest is genuinely funny.
I think Pee-wee's better than Ernest.
No. Ernest is way better.
Ernest?
Pee-wee wasn't even scared stupid.
Yes, he was. He went to the snake
he?
place in that movie and got scared.
Yeah, but not stupid.
Well, Ernest is just stupid.
I know. He's also Jim Varney. He's fantastic.
And he's dead. Pee-wee wins. Yeah, no comeback.
Not in our hearts.
In my heart, he is. Boom.
There's an earnest affection for him in my heart.
Ernest Scared Stupid's a stupid movie. I'm sorry.
Don't they have
People
the
out
troll
there,
things
people
and
out
shit?
there, I know are angry at me for saying that, but I could not get into it.
Because you're wrong. It's fucking fantastic.
It's not. It's stupid and it's dumb.
Oh god, because Pee-wee's fucking so great.
At least it's just the way he talks. It makes me laugh.
It's stupid. No one talks like that.
Yeah, exactly what makes it entertaining.
No.
I don't watch movies to live in reality. I do it to escape reality.
Where everybody was talking like Pee-wee.
Holy shit! If they remade Jaws, where everyone spoke like Pee-wee Herman,
Would you want that? And the shark comes out and he's like, ha No.
holy fucking shit! That would be the best. That'd be the fucking best.
Little fucking bow tie and shit.
Oh,
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm so sad that this is never going to become a reality.
You and me, man. Just like, Godzilla and fucking King Kong opening up a pizza shop.
Oh, jeez.
No Pee-wee home and Jaws.
Anyway,
They're in our fucking mind palaces. So
back to Winnie the Pooh.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I originally thought when we reviewed.
Hey, look,
yes,
I probably would have said Winnie the Pooh's never going to be a fucking horror movie. So
this is true.
who knows, man? Multiverses and shit.
Yeah, but could you imagine
this idea?
Could you imagine the uproar if they remade Jaws starring Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah, I'd probably get into Pee Wee Herman after that. Made Pee Wee Herman Jaws.
Anyway, back to Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, my original thought on that when the news broke first, I thought maybe it'd just be like normal killers wearing like Winnie the Pooh masks, but it doesn't look like that's the case.
Christopher Robin went to the 100 Acre Wood and he's looking for him, and he's just forgotten about him for years.
So what they
didn't forget.
So they just like grew up big and mean.
Christopher Robin abandoned him.
There better be a point where like Winnie the Pooh goes full grizzly bear.
Because like if you think about it, I don't want to write the movie too much, but if you think about it, they all sort of had the consciousness of a 5-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Because they were just kind of his toys and his imagination. And he made a place called 100 Acre Wood where they all lived. They could all barely write. They couldn't read. You know what I mean? Like, they were his social constructs as well as they could construct things. Right? And then he just abandoned them. But they kept growing. So they're basically pissed off adults now with the intelligence of a 5-year-old.
So it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre all over again.
Yeah, but it's like Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and shit.
I mean...
So they're old, they felt abandoned, and now he's off fucking all these bitches. And Pooh's tummy is rumbling for blood and honey.
And it looks like Eeyore's dead.
Yeah, he probably killed himself.
He
was already sad.
We better get a backstory on what happened to Eeyore. It better just not be there and be like, oh, Eeyore died. We better learn how.
He's going to get his fucking head caved in by Pooh Bear.
Maybe.
And I'm here for it. Silly old bear.
Anyway, so I heard that it's coming out this year, but...
I'm so jazzed.
Same.
I saw November release date.
This could either be...
But could be November there, so I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah, and come
Dude,
out fucking...
actually, fuck that, man. I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna illegally download it. Fucking fight me. Like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna see it. As soon as it's out, I want it.
Yeah, same. I reckon it will be a movie
I'm
that
not
will...
waiting.
It will either be in your top 10 or least
my
favourite top 10.
Yeah. If it's average, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, they could do... I reckon either way, if this doesn't go to cinemas, that's the dumbest thing that they done. This needs to go to cinemas because it will bank 100%.
Dude, yeah, it'll be sick.
It will be. Anyway.
It'd be like if they make a fucking, like a Wiggles version of the Foo Fighters movie.
Damn it. Now I want that too.
I would watch the fucking shit out of that. They'd be like, wake up, Jeff. Wake up. Everybody's wiggling.
You're a fuck. Alright, that's it. It's time to go on a journey. It's time to go on the question of the week journey. And here we are with question of the week. Question of the week. Question of the week time. And question of the week for last time was, which place is the worst to be stranded? So the options were open water, buried alive, stuck in a cave, and on a ski lift overnight. But we had two new choices put in.
Stone Cold Steve.
No, nothing about Stone Cold, but we got...
Pat, where you at, bitch?
Pat said under a Rikishi stink face.
Oh, okay. There you are, bro.
And,
I see you.
And Marcy said hanging out with an angry Hunter Dunbar. All right.
Poppycock. Poppycock.
That's Moose, not Hunter Dunbar.
Oh, which one's Hunter Dunbar?
The celebrity guy.
The main guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Alright, before we get to the results, we'll go to the comments first. So, Zim Vader says, Buried Alive, because I hate feeling claustrophobic, but the Frozen ski lift is the best movie on that list. Ooh, okay. Shane Lamont says, Open Water, as seems to always offer some hope. Not that the others don't in their own ways, I suppose. However, if you are asking about immense death, Buried Alive, since I don't know some of the others. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, so here we go with the votes. Alright, coming in last, we have a tie between On a Ski Lift Overnight and Stuck in a Cave. Coming in second last, we have Under a Rikishi Stink Face. Coming in third last, Hanging Out with an Angry Hunter Dunbar.
Okay.
And then coming in at second place, we've got Buried Alive. And coming in first place with 15 votes, we've got Open Water.
It is a scary spot. You wouldn't go thirsty, though.
Yes, you would. Do not drink seawater.
But it's wet.
Yeah, and it's filled with salt.
Nah. That's a myth.
All right, you have fun. Go drink seawater.
I will. I'll cook my spaghettis in it.
Okay. If you boil it, don't worry. All right. This week's question is, what's your favorite aspect of a horror film? We've got blood and gore, thrill / adrenaline rush, the chase, or the resolution. Or, I'm going to add another one, the scares.
Titties and kills.
Oh, I love titties. Speaking about titties, I'll be back. So, I'm back. For me, it's probably blood and gore. Yeah, it's probably the blood and gore. That's what made me become a horror fan in the first place.
Me too.
Yeah. I think
I was kind of serious. Like, it's titties and gore.
Oh, okay. Well, titties and gore. Should I just put... Yes.
I mean, you can put whatever you want, but like it's mainly the gore and the kills and stuff. Like if it's got good kills, it really doesn't matter what else is happening.
Do you want me just to put titties as an option?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't happen so much these days, but it's definitely a...
This is true. Yeah. That's true. We don't get enough tits in horror movies anymore.
Nah.
That's a shame. I mean, it's probably a good thing for me since I would have to like wipe my nut. You'd have to jerk cinema
off all the time. Yeah.
This is why I don't sit next to anyone at the cinemas in case I have to wipe my nut somewhere. You're fucked. You're a fucking idiot.
You're fucked. You're the one that's going to jerk off at the cinema all the fucking time.
Have you ever had an orgasm at a cinema? There's a question for you.
No, I have not. I'd love to, but I have not.
Neither have I. I've never done...
Really?
I've actually never...
I really thought you would have.
Yeah, no, cinemas are like the one place where I haven't had sex.
Is it like sacred to you?
No, I just...
Like,
I go there
to... Or just like...
I go there to watch the movie. Like, sure, there's been some fondling and stuff, but...
Yeah, I've done like fondling and shit. But I've never like actually come.
Yeah, neither. That's a shame.
It's a shame.
The two places where I haven't come is while driving and at a cinema.
While driving?
Yeah, like getting
So like in a car for sure.
Yeah, everyone's had car sex.
I think
except my son, because he's a virgin, the loser. Sorry.
A little loser. I've been close while driving, but like I just never wanted to, actually go while like moving the car.
Well, I've always wanted roadhead, but my wife refuses.
It's difficult to get the positioning right.
Yeah, that's exactly why she refuses.
Like it's honestly it's more difficult than you'd think, kind of just like operating everything while that's happening.
Well, I'm not driving manual. I'm not driving stick.
Yeah, but it's still just like there's a lot of things to be thinking about.
Yeah.
It's very distracting.
One of these days, I'm going to come at the cinema.
I hope you do, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate the...
You're just standing outside a fucking event, jerking off the wall.
Oh, you know what's funny? Actually, I might as well bring this up. When I was at the cinemas watching Beast, the movie we're reviewing after Feast.
I can.
No, I was at the cinemas, right? And I had the whole cinema to myself. Like, fucking sweet, this is cool. And then 15...
I had the opposite.
Oh, okay, we'll get to your story in a second.
Yeah.
15 minutes, literally about 15 minutes into the movie, 2 people came, but they sat like right down the front, and the whole time there was... No, I couldn't tell what they were doing because it's dark, but I could just see moving, and like, it looked like, now I think about it, it looked like one of them was getting their shirt off.
Yeah, nice.
And then as I was leaving, I don't think they knew anyone else was in the cinema. As I was leaving, they looked at me and they looked a little scared. And it was
They're like, oh, fuck.
It was a boy and a girl.
Youngins? Not incredibly youngins, but like maybe...
Late 20s, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were not attractive at all, so... I don't know why that matters, but yeah. Good on you, man. Good on you.
Yeah, good on them, man.
It makes you think, how many times have you been at the cinemas and you've sat in someone else's cum?
Probably heaps. You ever stayed at a fucking hotel?
Yeah, that's fucked. I don't like thinking about that now. I recently stayed at a hotel now.
Just embrace it, man. You're just kind of rolling around in everybody's fucking baby battle.
Yuck.
It's kind of a 2-person orgy, you know what I mean?
Jesus, this fucking episode's gotten X-rated.
Yeah, this is dirty. Like, we're usually pretty filth, but like, we just went full fucking hard.
Yeah.
This episode.
Yeah.
No, my fucking shit was like, I thought I had, the perfect cinema experience, e.g. no cunt there but me.
Yeah.
And then someone sat, and I was like, oh, where's this cunt going? And he sat like a couple rows ahead, sort of like 3 or 4 seats to the left of me, and I'm like, that's okay. And then another dude came in and he sat like 2 seats next to me.
Fucking really?
And I was like, what are you doing, Chief? He's fucking just sitting there with his fucking bags and shit. I'm like, what are bags? Fucking weirdo.
What, like grocery bags?
Yeah, he had like a fucking Woolies bag and a backpack, and I'm like, we got snacks and some shit.
He's one of those cheap guys.
I don't know, man.
Why do people do that? Why do people fucking, like, if there's a whole cinema that's empty, why do people come and sit near you?
I don't know. Like, I understand you've got your assigned seat. All right? Fine. And I understand that there's those seats where they pretend that they've sold some every time.
Yep.
But, like, if you can clearly see there's fucking 3 people, just have a fucking go and just be like, you know what, I'm just going to hang back a couple rows. Because that's what I ended up doing. I fucking hung back a couple rows. I just got up and fucking moved.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't give a fuck.
And, like, if you do it on the app, it shows you where other people are sitting.
Yeah.
So why would you pick to sit next to someone?
Even if he went up and did it at the kiosk, he would have chose to sit next to someone.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. He was just a weird looking dude as well. I don't know. He just gave me creepy vibes.
Was he jacking off?
Yeah, he just kept jacking off anytime there were titties on the screen. And it was weird because I was like, they're just lions. They're never not wearing, like... He's just like, yeah, but lion titties. He just couldn't help himself. It was weird. Jerking off into his bag. Like he's collecting it or something.
Yuck, that's fucked. Do you want to hear the most fucked up story?
Stop adding layers to it.
Do you want to hear the most fucked up story?
Yes, please.
This will make you gag. Even thinking about it, it's like, it's fucking gross. Okay, this is a story.
Please tell me.
This is a story one of my co-workers told me a few months ago now. And for people listening...
If it's all about how your life got flipped, turned upside down, I'm going to be mad.
For people listening right now, if you have, like, youngins or someone that you don't want to hear, don't want them to hear sex stories...
If you've had people listening to this point, we've talked about titties and cum for a good 60% of this.
This is true. Okay.
So this is your fault. You're a bad parent.
All right, here we go. So one of my co-workers... a few years ago used to work at a sex shop where they sell pornography and things like that. And occasionally...
Jars of sex.
This isn't one of those sex shops where they have jerk-off booths.
Boo.
I know, they don't have them down here, which is a fucking shame. But
Crying shame.
they used to be like prostitutes that would come in and... I don't know what they would do, but yeah. So, and my co-worker...
Probably prostitute, sex work type things.
Probably. So my co-worker, he is the type of guy that will just talk to anyone. And it's really annoying when you've got a fucking room full of customers and he's there talking to one. And it's a different story. Anyway, so he used to always talk to these prostitutes, these hookers.
That's fair.
These fucking whores as they came in. And
He's up.
And one day he just worked up the courage to ask, can I just ask you randomly, what's the fucking weirdest thing that a person has ever asked?
Yeah.
So she looks at him dead in the eyes and goes, all right, hold your horses. So she would...
It doesn't sound too bad as long as they're chill horses.
She would have this guy who apparently was a doctor. And... She used to...
Already, it's going to be fucked up.
He used to ask her to collect all the condoms, the used condoms, from every other person. Yes.
Yep,
that she collected from every other client.
I'm in so far.
Right?
I'm digging it.
And my coworker was like, why? And then he would come and see her, and they wouldn't do anything sexually, but instead she would give him the condoms, the used condoms, and he would sit there and drink it while talking to her, like a normal conversation, just draining these fucking used condoms and just drinking the used cum. Yes,
I have a question.
Yeah.
So would he like get like a condom and just like toothpaste it?
Yes, apparently.
Like a Go-Get. Like what do you call them? Like those yogurt tubes?
Yeah, exactly like that.
And it just like, forefinger thumb it sort of dripping into his mouth?
Yeah.
Or would he like milk them into a glass?
No, apparently he used
sort
to...
of thing.
No, he used to just get the condoms and just like tip them upside and like, like toothpaste out of the tube. Yeah.
That kind of shit.
That's fucked.
What's more fucked? Doing that one by one or making like a big like cum mix?
Doing it one by one, I think. Because he's holding the condom.
Yeah.
And they're
just chatting?
Yeah, like they're having fucking coffee at a cafe.
Oh, he's doing
He's doing it next to her.
Chatting like they're having coffee at a cafe, not while they're at a
No.
cafe.
No, like, it's like he would go and...
He's just like, latte, please. And he's like, so what have you been up to?
So my coworker told me this, and I was like, I was like dry reaching the rest of the day. It's like, that's the most fucked up thing I've heard.
Hey man, everybody's got their thing they like. This guy likes lots of cum.
And like I asked my coworker, I'm like, is that even safe? And he apparently asked the prostitute the same thing. The prostitute asked the doctor the same thing. The doctor thinks it's completely safe. And healthy. And healthy.
I mean, it's protein.
Yeah. There's
actually not much. I mean, I've Googled this before, but...
Why? Have you been curious yourself?
No, just to like... how do I phrase it? Like, what is like kind of the caloric breakdown of cum?
And you're going to type it in again to just find?
Yeah. What is in cum?
Babies.
Yeah, how many nutrients?
Millions of babies. So therefore, it makes you a cannibal.
Okay, so it's mostly made of water, plasma, and mucus.
Yeah.
It contains 5 to 25 calories, low calorie. So far, we're very healthy. And it's made up of small amounts of essential nutrients, including calcium, citrate, fructose, glucose, lactic acid. Sorry, you lactic-free ladies out there. Got to take a little lactase with the fucking cum. Magnesium, potassium, protein, told you, and zinc. So you could Potentially do the, on the nose.
Fucking hell.
But yeah.
This conversation is just making me sick now. I don't want to do it no more.
What? Drink random strangers cum?
Yeah. It was me, Luffy. It was me all along. It was always me. All right. We've rambled on about weird shit for the past 30 minutes.
Speaking of eating stuff and cum.
Good segue.
Huh?
All right.
Huh?
It's time we talk about Feast. And then Beast. Here we go. Feature presentation.
Idris Elba eats a lot less cum in his movie, just so you know.
And now for our feature presentation.
There is something out there.
Of all the bars to be stuck in.
Unless you people want to die, you'll do what I say and you'll do it fast. They're coming. Right now. Get out! It's gonna eat us! We need help. SOS! SOS, call!
Right now, you can get ready to roll. Now, who's with me?
Come on!
If we stay, we die.
God damn it! Help! God bless guns.
This won't run out of ammo.
Feast. Only unrated DVD October 17th.
Any questions?
Who the hell are you?
I'm the guy that's gonna save your ass.
It's feature presentation time, and here we are. We're back into the horror talk. You're probably thinking, Jesus Christ, thank fuck for that. This is what I came to listen to. I don't want to hear about fucking doctors guzzling cum. Instead, we're going to talk about monsters raping people. Don't say we didn't warn you.
Movie, yo.
It is. So we're going to start off with the original Feast from 2005. This one comes at a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb, and it stars Navi Rawat as Heroine, Krista Allen as Tuffy, Balthasar Getty as Bozo, Judah Friedlander as Beer Guy. We have
Friedlander.
Dwayne Whitaker as Boss Man. We have a lot of people. Henry Rollins as Coach, and
Yeah, Jason Mewes.
As he's listed here as Edgy Cat, but I mean he's probably
Wasn't he just called Jason Mewes?
he's just Jason Mewes. Yeah. Directed by I fucking forgot one more person. What is his name? Clue Gallagher as the bartender.
Yeah.
He died like a month ago.
Oh shit!
Literally less than a month ago. Yeah, at the age of 93. You would know him from such movies as Return of the Living Dead.
Yep.
A Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Mm-hmm. Children of the Corn from 2018.
I've never seen any of the kitty corns.
We'll do them one day. Piranha 3DD. He's been in a lot of horror movies, but yeah, he was
Dang, yeah, he's a superstar.
yeah, he was a good actor. Rest in peace, Clue.
Yeah, R.I.P. dude.
This is directed by John Gulager, who is, I believe, the son of Clue Gallagher. Yes,
Who's that?
the bartender. We're just talking about him. Jesus. All right, so the story on this, according to IMDb, is patrons locked inside a bar are forced to fight monsters.
No wonder it's in every fucking movie.
Anyway, all right. So Feast, this was your first time. Am I right?
Sure was.
Yep. You popped your Feast cherry.
I knew appropriate. I knew zero about these fucking movies. I didn't even know they existed, yo.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm going to just assume that you really like the first one.
I really liked the first one.
I thought so.
It's just that fucking perfect mid-2000s goodness.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... You know what? Honestly, the biggest, like, negative I have to say about it is literally there were just no titties in it.
That's true. Yeah, there wasn't. Yeah.
Like, I was just like, this movie needed random gratuitous nudity.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it didn't have it. Because, like, the others do, but the others we'll get to. But, like, this would have been, like, a 9, maybe a 10, if it just had some more titties in it.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Honestly. But, however, that's my biggest issue with it. Everything else, the fucking wacky dumb dialogue, fantastic. The characters, perfectly Americanly stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it felt so America, right?
Not to alienate all our American listeners. All the American people that we speak to are actually really intelligent. So when people say American people are dumb, it's like, well, not that I've seen, besides the movies.
Look, I don't mean, like, personally. I'm not taking stabs at anybody. I just mean all that, just the vibe felt very American.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, it's
Do
one
you
of
know what
those.
I mean? Like,
just the setting alone, like the American saloon type.
I loved. It was in a bar. I was genuinely, like, scared. Like, it was as silly and wacky as it was. It
Really?
had tense moments
And heart. It actually had some heart to it.
Yeah, like when it would, like, the monsters would just get them out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just didn't know it was coming. You were never really on edge. And also, like, it was a fucking movie. Like, when it started, it just wouldn't let the fuck up.
No.
Like, once people started dying and shit, it was just like bam, 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 bam. I was like, how the fuck are they're gonna run out of people to kill?
Yeah.
Like, it was just fantastic. The character deaths and the flips and stuff, the little fucking blurbs about them all that almost made no sense.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, it was original. It was kind of its own thing. The monsters looked genuinely disgusting and terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, if you ran into something like that in real life, you'd be fucking shitting your pants.
Oh, yeah. Fucking oath.
And it's like, it was hilarious and horny as shit. So much monster dick and cum and shit. The little dude humping and shit. Like, it was fucking great. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to... Like, the story is the story. It's fine. Like, it's a nice, contained little thing. Judah was especially fantastic.
Yeah. The beer guy.
Yeah, and I love Judah from 30 Rock.
Oh, okay.
As well. So he's a comedian, he's a comedy writer.
Yep.
He plays, like, one of the writers on 30 Rock, which is like 30 Rock is a sitcom about sort of an SNL type show.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting.
So, yeah, it's got Tina Fey and Alec Baldwin and shit in it. It's really good. So he's in that. So I love Judah. He was fantastic in this as well. Like, just the melting and the maggots.
Yeah.
It was disgusting and fantastic. Yeah, it was just that nice time before they really used too much CGI, and it just felt like just enough, you know?
Yep.
Like, they masked it well. And they lent on, like, practical stuff more. Like, you could see that monster dick. That was a real prop. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Like, everything was, for the most part, the important stuff was practical effects. I'm trying to think back because it feels like an eon ago I watched the first one. But yeah, like I can't think of anything CGI wise that was crazy bad. You know?
Neither can I. I mean, okay, so I reviewed this back in May when we did the Monster Mayhem episodes.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't re-listen to that, and I probably should have, but I think I gave it a 7. Watching it this time, and I wasn't going to watch it because I watched it recently. But I found it on YouTube, so I'm like, fuck it, might as well watch it on my lunch break. And
really? Fuck.
I got. It's not the best quality though, so don't worry.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got hooked in again, and I had to rewatch it again. And this time, I found myself having so much more fun with it.
It's a super fun movie.
It is, yeah. There's just. I knew you were gonna like it because it's everything you like. It's like the over the top grossness to it,
Yep.
the squishy gore that you love.
Yeah,
It's that.
like,
it's comedic.
It's gory, it's funny, it's horny, it's stupid. Like, and it's like, even the directing and stuff felt original. Like it just felt. I love stuff that I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
You know, and this was just, it had its own fucking style. It just came out the gate swinging.
Yeah, yeah. And another thing I got to give it props for is its unpredictability. Especially with certain characters that that come into the equation, and then you're like, wait, what? It's like The Hunt. Remember that movie from a couple of years ago?
Yup.
Where you thought you were following someone, and then boom, they're dead. It's like, what the fuck? Okay, who's the lead now? This is
had a lot of that shit. It was so cool, and it was also very 2005 as well.
Yeah.
It was like when we watched what was that Eli Roth movie, the infected one?
Cabin Fever?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that.
And that was 2002, but whatever.
Yeah, like mid 2000s.
Yeah, I get ya. I mean, I think... I don't know, I watched Freddy vs. Jason, and you can see how poorly it's aged. This one doesn't feel as aged as that movie.
You could have told me this came out in 2015. I would have believed you if it wasn't for the characters.
Exactly. I mean, the shit that aged in Freddy vs. Jason is mainly the dialogue, like stuff that wouldn't get past now. How sweet, dark meat. But yeah, no, this one is just a ball of fun, and there's not much we can really break. It's not like a movie you can sit and break down. And quite frankly, spoiler alerts for all movies that we'll be reviewing. Every movie is like that. It's not a movie that you need your thinking caps for.
Definitely not.
They're just there to be entertaining. And I think this is, in my opinion, sorry to bust out the spoiler in my opinions for the other two, but this one's the best out of the three.
Yeah.
We'll get to the other two in a second. But yeah, no, this one's just great fun. I wish we got a better look of the creatures. Because
I don't know.
Because it looks like they're wearing...
Part of me does and part of me doesn't.
Well, it looks like they're wearing like a fucking bison's carcass or something like that.
They are. They're wearing a carcass.
Yeah. So I kind of wish we got a better look of them. I mean, we do in parts 2 and 3. A much better look at them.
Maybe too much of a look at them.
Oh, okay, we'll get to that. But yeah, I think that's really the only nitpick I can give it. There is a certain scene that happens in this movie that really took me off guard. And I was like I wasn't laughing, like, this is meant to be a comedy horror. This is like almost pulling me to tears. Like, this part's pretty full on right now. It involves a child.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
That part, like... So it hits on all emotions. For the most part, it's a comedic horror film. But it also has dread and suspense to it. It also has some heartfelt moments to it that really, quite honestly, got under my skin. So you got to give it props for that. I did forget to mention that this movie was produced by Ben Affleck, Wes Craven, and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, they were the producers of this film, which is
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, I just read here. I'm just reading here that scenes featuring a cameo by O.J. Simpson were edited out of the final production. Why? I wonder why. And as I said before, Clu Gallagher, who played the bartender, is the father of the film's director, John Gallagher. But also, Diane Ayala Goldner, who plays Harley Mama, the Harley chick, is the director's wife.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. The role of Hero was offered to Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that would have been so good.
It would have been, but he turned it down. Josh Duhamel was also interested, but forced out due to scheduling conflicts.
Okay.
But yeah, could you imagine Mark Wahlberg? Could you imagine Mark
We gotta
Wahlberg?
get these monsters out of here. Everybody's dying.
I'm sorry, I just watched the new Mark Wahlberg movie on Netflix, Me Time. God damn it.
Kevin Hart, why are you so emotional?
Why did I watch that? It's yup, it's a Netflix movie. Yeah, so I really like this movie. I'm glad that you did.
That's fucking great.
It's got like unreal characters in it. The gore is plentiful. It's just, there's not much really to say because it's just one of those movies where it's simple, it's straight to the point, you get what you want, and then boom, you're out of there.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah. All right, so
I was happy. It was fucking a good popcorn. I don't know. It was just, this movie was super up my alley.
well, I'm really, really happy to hear that, Lufenstein. So what would you give this movie out of 10?
I'm giving this a nice, solid 8 out of 10.
An 8? Oh, very nice. Okay, I'm going to go one above. I'm going to go an 8.5 out of 10. Originally, I had it at a 7, but I enjoyed it a lot more this time. So, 8.5 for me.
Sweet.
All right, so we're going to listen to the trailer for Feast 2, and we'll be back with our thoughts on that.
Hells yeah.
Feast 2 Sloppy Seconds from 2008. This one comes at a 5.0 out of 10 on IMDb, and it stars Jenny Wade as Honey Pie, who's returning. We have Diane Ayala Goldner as Biker Queen, who is returning, not as the same character, but
Sort of.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, we blew her up, but we want her to be. She said she'll still be in the movie, so.
I mean, I'm not mad that that happened.
I don't care.
Martin Kleber as Thunder.
Yep.
We have Cassie Shea Watson as Splat Girl.
Joe?
She was one of the biker girls.
Oh, the naked
believe.
ones?
No, not the naked ones. I think she was the one that died first.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Amy McGee Harrell as Maria. I don't remember who Maria was.
Neither. I'll be real.
We got Clu Gallagher back as the bartender.
Yes, he is.
Who we got here? Juan Longoria Garcia as Lightning.
Yep.
Yeah, just like heaps of people. I'm not going to go through everyone's fucking...
There's a lot of people in this movie.
Yeah. This is directed by, once again, John Gallagher, who returns. And the story on this one is the monsters have made it into a small neighbouring town in the middle of nowhere, and the locals have to band with the survivors of the bar slaughter to figure out how to survive. Okay, so this one picks up straight where the first one left off. And I really like when movies do that. So
me too.
I'm going to go first quickly with my thoughts because I think I'm going to be defending this movie. On paper, this is not a good film. It's horribly shot. The CGI is so bad. The effects are even worse. But dude, I had a lot of fun with this movie. It has everything that the first one did plus titties. It has monsters, a lot of gore, titties, interesting characters, titties. Some of you love, some characters you love, others you hate. It has midgets wrestling. It has titties. It has bodily fluids of all kind. Funny and shocking kills. Babies being eaten, which is one problem I have with this movie. And it has titties. What more could you want?
A good movie with titties?
Okay, go for it. Rip this movie apart.
Look, man. Look, you're not... It's such a steep drop.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean?
Besides,
Like,
wait. Besides the CGI and the effects, how?
How? The CGI and the effects and the story and the characters and the writing.
You didn't like the characters?
Not at all. They fucking annoyed me. They
Ooh.
felt derpy.
Okay, all right. I won't interrupt. Go for it.
Like, they felt super derp.
By derp,
Like-
you mean dopey?
Just,
Dumb?
yeah, like just dopey and not well rounded and really like a child wrote it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, at least I felt like there was some, like, yeah, there was like some tropey stuff in the first one, for sure, like with the characters and shit.
Yep.
But these guys were just really cookie cutter and boring. Like, there was no... The characters weren't really characters
Okay.
to me. Like, they were just dumb. And they took away half of the cool shit. Like, they didn't do the little name under the things anymore.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't give the little, like, time of death and all that cool shit. They just did the names.
Yeah, okay.
You know? And the monsters looked not scary. I was not scared of the monsters in this.
Really?
No.
Oh, I was. I wasn't scared, but I thought they looked cool.
They looked so much worse. It's like... I don't know, man. It was like being scared of Barney.
Fuck off. There's not like
They-
Barney.
They
These,
were not...
these things
were
running
not
at you
good.
with their massive dick running towards you and their fucking thousand
they just look
teeth.
so fake.
I disagree. I think
So
it looks good.
fake. I think they look terrible. I think they looked terrible.
Okay.
Look, all that said, it was still fun. Do you know what I mean? I know it's going to get extra points because midgets for you.
Nothing to do with the... They like to be called little people, by the way.
Okay, we checked it out.
Yeah, I don't...
Fact check.
Well, they say it in the movie.
Okay.
Yes, don't call me a midget. I'm a little person.
Well, I knew it was gonna get brownie as soon as I saw there was not one but two little people. I was like, oh, Tim loves this,
And they fight.
and they fight,
Don't forget that.
and they smack booties.
Little hands.
Look, it was fun. I'll admit I had fun watching it, but it's just like it wasn't as much fun as the other one. It was if you'd introduced this to me as a shitty trilogy,
Yeah.
I think maybe everything would have got shifted up a notch.
Okay.
Maybe, right? But like I really liked Feast.
Yep.
I wanted more Feast.
So I haven't seen these two films, 2 and 3. So
Okay.
I apologize.
That's okay. I'm not mad I watched it. I just... Spoilers. Wouldn't watch these two again if I was watching Feast. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a necessary rewatch for me.
Fair enough.
Just, like, I still enjoyed it. I still had fun with it. Like, I know I'm ripping it to shit. I'm not being very specific or anything like that, because, look, I'll be honest, these two just melded into one movie for me. But, I really enjoyed the first one, and this one was just such a shitty departure from it.
It is a drop off.
Everything just ate shit.
Yeah, okay.
Like the costume ate shit. There was no hiding it. There was no clever directing around it. It was just like boop, 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 boop. That's the penis. Boop, boop, boop. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can just see where they just like poke some plastic through to make the spines and shit. And out of this rubber ass looking costume, and all the blood looks just wrong. Like, all the effects are so bad and cheap. Like, it's fun as a, like, D-list movie, but, like, if you'd just been like, hey, we're doing Feast 2 and 3, and then I watched Feast later, I probably would have scored them higher.
Wow, okay.
Do you get what I mean? Like,
I get ya. You had fucking filet mignon first, and then you went
and
to...
then you gave me, like, mince.
Yeah, I get ya.
You know? And, like, hey, man, I like mince, but, like, bro, that's steak. That's steak, though.
Yeah, I get...
And it was annoying because you served it up with cheese. With the titties. Which is all I wanted on my other steak. And I was like, well, this one has titties, I guess.
And they were good titties, too.
They were good titties, and a lot.
Yeah.
Like, for a long time. It wasn't just like a flash. It was like a good chunk.
Yeah, no, we see Topless girls running a lot.
Yeah, it's great. It's like Monty Python shit.
I mean, like, the scene... The scene where one of the little people's having sex, and then he runs away, and you just see his massive dick. That didn't make you laugh.
Yeah, that was funny. Like I said, there were funny parts in it and stuff, but it was just the other movie had. It was just better. It was just every way it was better.
Yeah,
like this one even had Judah for a little bit.
Oh,
he was just doing that weird dream sequences where he was rubbing cream on his nips.
I saw him in the credits, and I'm like, wait, he died? What? But then I guess the bartender died too, but...
Doesn't matter, I guess.
He's fine. Yeah, I think for this movie here, the only point that bothered me, besides the CGI and the effects, I kind of got over that, but the whole baby scene really bothered me.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I was fine with that character until he did that, and then I was like, this fucker has to die. And then when he, quote unquote, dies,
I
was like, good. Kind of wanted more of a brutaler ending for him.
Is this the one where they kept killing the main character over and over again?
They do it in all of them.
They're doing all of them?
Yeah,
okay.
And it was this movie where I was like, okay, it's kind of funny. The third one we'll get to, but. I mean, I just had some fun with this movie.
Look, I'm not saying I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I didn't. And I'm not going to bash this movie and say no one should watch it. I'm just saying, like, you gave me such a good movie, and then you gave me this, and I can vibe with this kind of movie.
Yep.
But I was expecting Feast 2.
Mm.
You know, like, and what was also frustrating about this is, it was difficult to acquire this one. It took ages, and then I watched it, and I was like, you're not worth the 5 hours it took for me to get you.
That made you more salty to get it.
Yeah, it started off like with a handicap, which I guess we'll get to in the next movie.
They like to be called little people.
Oh no, I meant like the next movie.
I get ya.
With hearing aid Jesus or whatever his name was.
The baby. Oh, I forgot to mention that. In the cast, let me just quickly pull it up. The guy that I ended up hating, the little baby.
Yeah, I hated that baby too.
The guy that plays him, his name's Greg, the character. He is Tom Gallagher, so he's the director's brother and Clu Gallagher's other son.
Oh.
And the baby was played by Tom Gallagher's infant son. So it's actually his son. So.
That's funny.
Yeah. Judah worked for a single day to reprise his role of beer guy from the movie. I mean, why is that trivia? It doesn't really mean anything.
I guess he did.
The Diane Goldner, who played the biker bitch, she learned how to ride a motorcycle and took training on how to fire a gun in order to play Biker Queen in this movie.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a bit confused because I was like, "Isn't this the same show?"
In an interview for Fangoria, number 277, director John Gulager and others mentioned how in the script and the original filming plans, the female biker gang members were supposed to lose all their clothes almost immediately and would have been naked throughout second and third film. In the script, this is what caused monsters to go after them due to their oversexed nature and would lead to various sexual scenes between them, similar to the infamous monster rape of Harley Mum in the first film, but even more graphic and over the top. Although actresses had no problem with the nudity, filmmakers didn't want to upset residents of the town in which they were filming and who were very kind to them. So nudity and scenes between girls and monsters were changed and cut. But the part during autopsy where monster's penis ejaculates all over them was kept. And scene where monster rapes male character was added in the third film as an in-joke.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah, I think, you get more gooey shit in this. I mean, this scene where the monster...
It's definitely a lot more goopy.
Mainly, with the cum scene.
There's a lot more cum in this one. I think we've been on brand. We've been on theme this episode.
Cum.
Yeah.
Semen. Ejaculate.
Yeah. Semen.
Baby gravy. Alright, so what do you give Feast 2 sloppy seconds?
I give it a 6-.
Oh, okay. Not as bad as I thought.
I mean? I still give it a 6. Like I said, it's still fun. It's still goopy. It's still gross. Mm-hmm. I love all the things it is, but it's just like they did it so much better, and this just took such a hit down.
That's fair.
know?
That's fair.
I feel that this gives me like Anaconda vibes. You know what I mean? Like where Anaconda's like a near perfect, like 10 out of 10 movie.
Yep.
And like to me, I know it's not in actuality, but to me it's a near perfect movie. And then you get like the rest of the Anacondas, which are like, they're fine.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy them, but like it's not
CGI
Anaconda.
driven. Yep.
Yeah. And not jump forward and gotta get the snake.
For me, I'm coming in a little bit lower, but I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. I still very much enjoyed it. So, and it is a movie that I could rewatch. Like I could put it on right now and be happy.
Yeah,
so
that's fair. That's fair, man. I could say I wouldn't be mad at it being on. It's just like it's definitely
a step down.
It's I wanted better. I wanted more Feast. That's all.
Well, you're about to get more Feast, because here we go with Feast.
I'm about to get more Feast too.
Feast number 3.
Wanna fuck you up the ass, flick the shit out of your crack. Get in until you bleed, piss in your mouth so you can't breathe. I wanna fuck you up the ass, flick the shit out of your crack. Stick it in until you bleed, piss in your mouth so you can't breathe. Ass fucking, butt sucking, cunt licking, masturbation. Ass fucking, butt sucking, cunt licking, masturbation. Ass fucking, butt sucking, cunt licking, masturbation. Ass fucking, butt sucking.
Okay, so Feast 3, The Happy Finish. This one comes at a 4.8 out of 10. And it stars, once again, Jenny Wade as Honey Pie, Martin Klebler as Thunder. You get basically all the same cast, minus a few people. But, yeah. I don't think there was really...
What? Why did this... Why was there such a drop, can I ask? From the first one to the second one. Did they just not give it money? Did Feast not...
Let me just double check something, because the first one, as I said before, had like Wes Craven and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck as producers.
Like lots of people.
Yeah, okay, so this wasn't produced by them at all. So the backing probably was out. Like you'd think that Wes Craven, Ben Affleck, and Matt Damon, they have some coin behind them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they really put a lot of money into this movie, and then I guess it didn't do as well as they thought it was gonna.
Maybe, yeah. It probably didn't, because, like, you said you never heard of it before. This was very much a horror film for horror fans.
Yeah.
I don't know if it went to cinemas. Probably did. I don't think it went to cinemas here. So
Yeah, because it looks like basically it's just all of the production people are completely different.
yeah. But Phase 3, the story... Oh, this is directed again by John Gulager, so he comes back. Phase 3, the story is... The survivors are saved by a mysterious prophet who seemingly has the ability to control the beasts. Along the way, they get help from a karate expert. It's basically just a continuation of the second one, sorry. And this one wasn't as heavy with the CGI for me, but it failed in other places, and that's mainly the lighting in this.
Yeah, look, the lighting and, like, again, the characters.
I don't hate the characters. I kind of...
For me, the characters.
At the end of part 2, when it finishes, I was like, oh, okay, I'm really keen for part 3. Bring it on, let's do it.
I was so not, but yeah.
This movie was a big letdown, mainly because I could barely see what was happening for 90% of the movie.
Really?
The lighting was so... The copy that I got, the lighting was so dark for me.
Did you have a bad version?
Dude,
Maybe you had a bad version.
It looked crystal clear. It was just the dark, like when they were in the sewers, it was so dark I could barely make out.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's a lot of, like, just... There was a lot of, like, cutaway gore in this.
Yeah.
As well. Just, like, watching little bits of it back now. Also, Pipehead was stupid.
Oh, there was one scene where he did make me laugh. The scene,
What is that?
The scene where he keeps telling the little person that you're my baby. That scene made me laugh.
Yeah, look, this was, I don't know, just more of the same of 2 for me. But, like, even dumber.
I don't know. This one is a big... Okay, so the scene where they're with the strobe light, that was horrible, man. Like, you could barely make out what was happening.
Oh, I agree. Also, like, the scene, like, I'm just looking at it now, where they just eat people. They just eat one of them.
Yeah.
They'll just eat him, and I'm like... What is happening? Also, I didn't understand the girls, like the zombie girls or whatever.
So they get the I don't know.
They get the mucus or whatever on them.
Yeah, and it kind of turns them,
and it turns them into zombie type things.
Yeah, I think it turns them half into monsters.
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you one bit that made me laugh is where she shot the dude in the head.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I did laugh, but the whole heroes dying quickly got old.
Yeah, they took a joke and they really pummeled it into the fucking ground.
This one here, they do it twice, almost 3 times. And I'm like, all right, okay, it's enough. Stop introducing characters just to have them killed off in 2 seconds.
And also, like, they honestly had about 50 minutes of movie in them.
Yeah.
The first 20 minutes was like a recap of the first one.
They did a Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 on us.
Yeah, and then the last like 20 minutes was like a fucking song and a robot.
The song was funny. But yeah, what the fuck was with the ending? Where'd the robot come from?
I don't know, just that fucking 2000s. Oh, so random, so weird.
Yeah. I don't know. The ending was a big letdown for me. I'm like, and what was the biker chick doing? Did I miss something? She rode off with the monster on her back.
Yeah, basically, she rode off with the monster to get him far away.
Where was she going? Because the guy goes, "Are you okay with this?" And she goes, "Well, I'm dead anyway."
Yeah, she's just taking them away from the town.
The monster, the dead monster.
Well, it wasn't going to die or something. Like,
so she's taking it to another town to cause havoc on another town.
I don't know, man. This movie was dumb. This is like the dumbest of the 3. Like 2 was dumb, but this is dumb. You know what I mean?
For me, honestly, this only exists just so they can call it a trilogy.
Yeah,
that was honestly my thoughts finishing this movie.
Like I feel like, like yeah, I don't.
You're struggling.
I don't know why they're taking it away. Like, I'm watching it now, and like I can't figure out what they're doing.
I had to rewind back and see if I missed something. There was a line of dialogue or something where they said they were going to blow her up with him or something. I don't know. Like,
because they're all eating it, and then they're like, it's like still alive, maybe, and like squealing and shit. I don't know what the fuck.
yeah. I mean, okay, I'm not going to shit on this movie all that much. There were some scenes that I did like. It was mainly, the biggest problem with me was the lighting and the strobe scene, which felt like fucking forever. And you literally...
It was like a few minutes, but yeah.
Was your movie, like, in the strobe scene, like, felt like it was stopping and starting,
it would
like pausing?
stop and start. Yeah, that's part of the effect. They're doing an effect. But I also
that's
feel
not
like...
how strobe works. Strobe
I feel
still
like
moves.
they were doing it to save money.
It just...
Do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to shoot CGI stuff. They just had to shoot stills.
Yeah. That made,
Do you know what I mean?
That made it worse, though.
And then they could flesh it out a little bit more. Because
Yeah.
they did not have enough movie here
No.
for a movie.
No.
This shouldn't have been made. Fuck, the second one shouldn't have been made. But, like... yeah. It feels like they were, like, milking a couple of the good ideas that they had from the first one for as much as it's worth.
Yep.
They were throwing in a bunch of unnecessary random stuff. Like, even the hybrid, I don't even know how that worked. Because it's like, is it still slasher?
Yeah, they say that.
But it's like a slasher whatever hybrid. And I'm like, yeah, but isn't that supposed to be a kid? Wouldn't he not know who these people are? Didn't it come out of him? But it has his consciousness? I don't know, dude.
I don't know.
It just like the story didn't make any sense to me, and there was so many things like off screen where it was just like, you know, like throwing the blood juice box around. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep. I'm just reading here that apparently the original script had a different ending, in which leaves Secret and Lightning to take a car and drive away, leaving Bartender on his own.
he just loves leaving him to die.
But yeah,
These movies.
instead they decided to get a massive robot that has nothing to do with the movie to step on them.
Yep. Funny.
What?
Funny.
Apparently this was filmed back to back with the second movie,
Yeah, I believe that.
but released fucking 2 years later. Or 1 year later, sorry, 1 year later. Yeah, man, like, this one I can talk about the least because I watched it last night and I don't remember much. I just remember being annoyed.
Trash.
It still had the characters in it, and it got to the point where, like, most of the characters were still alive and it had, like, 20 minutes. And I'm like, are they all just going to die in an explosion or something? And I mean, I wasn't far off.
Look,
Replace explosion with robot foot.
I'm still giving it a 6. It's still a very low 6. Like I do like these trashy kind of movies, but it was really dumb.
I'm shocked you're giving it a 6. I'm giving this one a 5 out of 10.
Yeah? Wow. Okay.
Like, I liked it, but at the same time I disliked it. I'm right there in the middle for this one.
I'm gonna fix your score.
What did I put in the score?
7.
That's for number 2.
That's not what you gave it.
Yeah, I better fix that. Did I really? Did I really give it a 7?
You gave it a 7 on there, yeah.
Wow, okay. No, I'm definitely giving it a 5. No,
No,
yeah, that's
it-
number 2.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I haven't done number 3 yet.
This is Activity from Friends. It's got 7.
Oh, you're right too. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, bitch.
No.
Honestly, I could go down to a 5. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, honestly, thinking about it, I think I gave it a 6 at the time because I was like, yeah, it's sort of okay. Like, it was as good as the second one to me, but it is worse than the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I'll stick with that. I'm happy to give it a 5. Fuck, I could give it a 3 if I really thought about it, but
I mean, yeah, you could, but you gotta give it props.
I am. I'm, you know, it had titties, it had fucking gore, it had cum. Like, it's all the things I love.
Yeah.
In my mouth.
It had monster
Like,
rape to a dude.
Yeah. Through a giant pipe.
Alright, so now we've done all that. let's rank these films. I think it's pretty obvious. You're going 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah. Overall, do you recommend this franchise?
I recommend Feast. End of story.
Yeah, I think that's safe. I think like if you really, really liked Feast, go ahead and watch it, but just be warned that they are really poorly put together.
If you watched Feast and you're like, hey, what if someone who didn't know how to make movies made this?
Yeah.
Or what if they had no production team? It felt like, it didn't even feel like it should be on Sci-Fi. It felt like it should be on Corked or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, well, that does it for Feast. So, thank you, Cowboy, for your lovely recommendation. And
Feast was fantastic.
Yeah. So, and I reckon Feast 2 is good. You know what they say? 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
You're right, Meatloaf.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with, we just finished Feast, so now we're going to do Beast. Yeah.
X-Men.
You're listening to the Horror for Dummies podcast, the dumbest horror podcast out there. Become one of the elite by joining our Patreon page. Or dress like a superstar with the official Horror for Dummies shirts available at redbubble.com. Thanks for listening. Now it's time for our Raw review.
It is Raw review time. And me and Luffy both went to the cinemas to go see Idris Elba's newest movie entitled Beast. You know, we just did Feast. Now we're doing Beast.
It's pretty funny. You all better be laughing right now.
Everyone's so sick of that joke now. Okay, so Beast. Beast comes in at a 5.9 out of 10 on IMDb, which is, in my opinion, too low. This one stars Martin Monroe as Keys. It stars, why is everyone in this movie, the main stars, at like the end of the cast on IMDb? Fuck, it shits me when they do that. Idris Elba as Dr. Nate Samuels. We have Leah Jeffries as Nora. We have,
good luck.
See, I fucking can't find the other girl's name. What's the little girl's name? Was it Meredith? No?
I don't remember. Nora? No.
Hell.
Meredith is Ilyana Halley.
Alright, fuck. I don't know. IMDb's fucking cast is all over the place.
There's Nora and Meredith, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Meredith is Ilyana Halley and Nora is Leah Jeffries.
Yeah, but Iana Haley looks like fucking 30 in this picture. You sure that's not the mum? I don't fucking know. I don't, whatever. This is directed by Baltazar Koramakur. I'm definitely mispronouncing that. He did other things, such as Two Guns. He did... fuck IMDb right now in the fucking asshole. It's pissing me off. Yeah, he did Adrift, The Oath, Everest, Two Guns, The Deep. He's done a lot of movies that I've never really heard about. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so what is the story about Beast? A father and his 2 teenage daughters find themselves hunted by a massive rogue lion intent on proving that the savannah has but one apex predator. All in all, this is Idris Elba versus lions. Okay, so quickly, I just want to quickly give my 2 cents. I saw the trailer to this a few months ago and was in. Straight up, it's a creature feature movie, lions attacking people. I'm in. And I went into the cinema expecting to see lions fuck some shit up. That's exactly what this movie gave me, and I fucking walked out happy. I had a good time with this movie. Boom, we'll get to it in a second. Luffy, where do you fall?
Yeah, look, it was fine. It was fine. It was, you know, like you said, lions fucking some shit up. You know?
Yeah.
it was just a very unremarkable movie.
What do you
mean? Everything was decent.
Okay.
Like, everything looked decent. Everybody acted decent. The lion looked okay. I didn't love the CGI lion, to be real.
Okay. I thought the CGI was actually pretty decent in this movie. Yes, it is a CGI lion. Of course you're not going to have him fight a real lion. It's not Raw.
It should have been. Look, it looked very CGI to me. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood for an animal CGI movie, you know?
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Does that make sense? I'm just getting, like, a little sick of this fucking, like, man fights cartoon.
It was nothing like a cartoon. I thought the CGI was actually decent.
It was fine.
It looked like a lion. It acted like a lion. What do you want?
I didn't act like a lion.
Yes,
but
it fucking did. How didn't it act like a lion?
Because lions don't just hunt people and not eat shit.
This one had a reason, and no spoilers, but this one had a reason for going rogue.
Okay, look, yeah, fair enough. Like, they explain it in the movie and stuff, but, like, I wanted some... The Revenant spoiled me for animal attacks, I'll be real.
Yeah, okay. Isn't that bear scene in The Revenant only, like, first 5 minutes and that's it?
Yeah, but it's so good.
What's the rest of The Revenant about? I've never seen it. I have no idea.
Him surviving and getting revenge.
On what? The bear?
No, it's like a whole... It doesn't happen in, like, the first 5 minutes. It's like a 3.5 hour movie.
Who's he getting revenge on?
There's a bunch of trappers and stuff, and they're going out hunting, and then there's, like, one of the trappers is a bad dude, and he fucks him over, and he tries to fuck him over for a little bit of money, and then he, like, leaves fucking... I think he, like, leaves DiCaprio's son to die or something like that. I'm probably getting it all wrong.
Should I watch this movie?
It's genuinely good.
Okay.
Yeah, like he fucks over the dude and then leaves him to die, and then he gets fucking attacked by a bear, and then he...
Alright, leave it. I want to watch it now.
Yeah, but the bear scene is fucking brutal. I want to watch it now.
Is it a real bear, though?
It's not a real bear, but it fucking looked real.
Okay, and I think this lion looked... I'm not going to say it looked real, but I actually thought it was impressive. I thought they did well with the CGI. It's not perfect.
They intersplice real bear is what I'm like getting from watching it.
Okay.
And I think there's... I can't tell. That's how good it is. If it's CGI, I straight up can't tell.
All right. Okay, so fine. You can tell that this is a CGI lion in this. But it's not like I think it's better than the live action Lion King movie.
Look, yeah, it probably is. I'm not I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just like, it was okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I get you. I'm more of a fan of these movies than you are.
Yeah, that's true. Look, I couldn't. Maybe I was in a mood or something because that dude was right there. But like,
jacking off next to you.
I just couldn't let myself wrap my head around. Like, you know when you don't buy it?
Yeah. There is a lot of this movie that you can't buy. I get that.
Yeah. And so like, as much as I like I said, I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the characters, everyone acted really well. I love Sholto. He's great in this. And so is Idris. And the kids, like everyone's really good in it.
Yep.
But I just like my head wouldn't stop being like CGI lion.
Okay, so you just couldn't get past that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just wouldn't let me. And like, maybe some of the fear acting on the littlest kid wasn't quite there.
Really? I thought the acting all around was pretty decent.
It was. There was, I think there was just like a scene where I was like, you should be more scared than this. But, yeah, look, like I said, everything was really fine. It just wasn't it's not going to be in my top whatever. That's all.
No, okay, but like going in, what did you expect?
Nothing. I
Like,
didn't know anything about it.
You didn't. You don't go into these movies expecting high art. This is honestly a monster movie.
I didn't know anything about it. I had no expectations.
You knew.
I'm just telling you.
You knew that
I knew it was Idris Elba. I didn't even know it was lions.
Are you serious? So you didn't see a trailer, you didn't see a poster or anything?
No.
Okay. Wow, so you went in
The
so
poster is
blind.
just Idris Elba. He's just standing there. He's like, got the knife.
Yeah, but there's like teeth.
Is there?
Yeah, look at the poster.
Oh yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
There's like scratches on the thing, on the name.
Yeah.
Where's the teeth?
So if you go to IMDb and search the poster there, you'll see the teeth.
Oh, I never saw that. I never saw that poster.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm talking about the Letterboxd poster.
Oh, okay. The IMDb poster's better. You see the teeth.
That was the one in that was in Event. Was the other one?
Oh,
yeah,
right,
no,
right.
I haven't
right,
seen
right.
this poster.
Okay. I'm seeing the poster that you're talking about. Yeah, no, fair enough.
It was just Idris Elba movie. I'm like, okay.
I think the best thing about this movie is the cinematography. There is a lot of this
it's shot
movie.
really well.
There's a lot of this movie where it's one continuous shot, and they pulled it off really well. Like the scene. Actually, never mind. I can't say that because it's a spoiler.
That's okay.
There's a scene where they discover things, and it's like one continuous shot around this area, and I'm like, wow, that's really, really good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good, but like, it's just I didn't buy the lion, and that's what sucked for me.
Yeah.
But everything else was good. If I bought the lion, it probably would have been a 7 or maybe an 8.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't.
You just couldn't get over the lion.
No. For whatever reason, I just wasn't buying the lion, so it wasn't really scaring me. You know? Like...
I mean, for me, I was pretty tense.
I'm annoyed because I wanted to. I wanted to buy it more than I did.
Will you watch this again before the end of the year?
Nah.
So
I'm good. I get it.
So it's just definitely not going to be in your top 10.
Nah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry to me. I'm sorry for your loss.
Sorry, Balthazar.
I mean, as of right now, it is sitting just on my top 10.
Oh, really?
I don't think it's going to make my top 10, but I think it will make my top 31.
You're gonna hate my score. Maybe I scored it a bit harshly.
I am.
No, it's what I felt.
No, go for it. I'm curious.
I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
That's okay. That's fair, I guess.
Look, everything's above average. Like I said, everything's decent.
Yeah,
but I just didn't buy it. And then especially the ending. I don't know if they just did it because of rating and stuff. It just didn't feel brutal enough.
It was MA, which is R in America.
So really? I don't know, man. It just it didn't. I don't know. Whatever they did, I just didn't feel like it had as much impact as I wanted it to.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, kind of, but not really at the same time because I'm kind
Look,
of.
If you felt like it did, then that's fucking great. That's the movie I wanted to watch.
I think that it was realistic enough. The way the lions acted, the amount of things that happen, and people can argue with me about certain scenes in this movie that, like, okay, that's not realistic, and I'll agree with some certain scenes in this movie. There is a few people that are going to argue that the final fight scene is not realistic, but I'm going to say yes, it is. Because if you've seen how a cat moves and does things, this is exactly what the lion's doing. This is a big cat, remember that. So the final fight scene while the person shouldn't have... I can't say it without spoilers, so I won't say it. I thought, for the most part, the way the lions moved and acted was realistic for me, and that was what I wanted, you know? And I'm going to be straight up, man, this is probably, in my opinion, the second best lion movie I've seen.
That's pretty cool, man. Hey, look, I wish I was you. I'm just not.
It's my type of movie, though. I mean, I love animal attack films.
Yeah.
I love this type of shit. This is my wheelhouse. So I knew coming out that I'd enjoy it. I didn't think it was going to be a 10 out of 10 or anything like that, but it gave me more than what I thought. So I'm happy, man. I walked out and I give it an 8 out of 10.
Nice, man.
So
look, I wish I liked it more. I didn't come out hating it. It's definitely not the worst movie of the year. It's just going to float in the middle for me. That's all.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll see if it hits your top 31.
I feel like I should give it a 7 because it is decent.
It's your score, man. Like 6 is still a decent score. It's above average.
Yeah, I'll stick with a 6. I'll stick with a 6.
Okay, all right. Would you say go and see it?
Yeah, I think. Look, if a lion animal attack movie is gonna tickle your pickle, fucking go for it.
Yeah,
it's a really decent fucking lion animal attack movie.
I think if you're a fan of movies such as Jaws and Orca, Alligator, all those animal attack movies, I think this is one of the better ones out there.
Like, it's not bad CGI. It's just so close for me, not for you obviously, that it just uncanny valleyed it. Just not uncanny valley. It was so close. I just wanted to be a little bit more better.
Fair enough. Well,
does that make sense?
No, I get. You keep saying that makes sense. I get it. But for me, I could get past it.
Okay.
Like, I knew that this is a movie. Idris Elba is not fighting a real lion.
I just want
so
him
I'm
to.
alright with it. You want to see Idris Elba be eaten alive by a lion? Is that what you want?
Yeah. That's all I want.
Well,
this whole world.
I'm sorry. Go and tell the offspring.
Okay.
See what I did there? You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think there's any need to go into spoilers for this movie. It's a very much run-of-the-mill. Ridiculous shit happens in this movie. Just go in knowing that it's not going to be 100% accurate, the whole movie. There is shit that happened and it's like, that's not realistic.
It's some Jaws shit.
Well, I think for the most part, Jaws is pretty realistic. Besides some scenes.
How the shark acts.
Yeah, okay, fine. Fine. But what the shark does is realistic.
Where he eats a boat.
Yes. Have you been on YouTube and search up shark movies? Sorry, shark videos?
No, I didn't know they could eat boats. Can they actually eat boats?
I mean, they can't digest it, but yes, there have been sharks attacking boats a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah. They will do it. If you're in its territory and you're thinking... It's called territoriality, all right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
A marine biologist over here.
And he doesn't attack the boat. He jumps up on the boat, which is another thing that has happened before.
Yeah,
and we saw a great white shark dive into a shark cage not long ago.
That's rad.
Yeah.
And terrifying.
Yeah, that fucking diver. Oh, man, I wish that was me. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it for this episode.
Yeah, I know we got spoilers.
I think it's fine. Beast, I recommend it. I think you should go and check it out. Luffy says...
I also recommend it, just not as hard.
Well, there you go. He likes it not as hard. All right, well, that concludes the Horror for Dummies podcast.
Thumbing in a softie.
We want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Big thanks to the Padded Room podcast for letting us ride their coattails. You can find us on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, all those good shit. But I don't know why I say that since you're listening to us already. We do have a Patreon.
Maybe tell people where to find us.
We have a Patreon page open. A lot of shit on there, man. It's only $5. There are other tiers. You can go higher, you can go lower. But there is a lot of stuff. We just released our super fun Happy Magical Explosion show, episode 9, where we talk...
With me.
Yeah, Luffy was on it. We talk about horror news, we talk about what's coming out in the month of September, and we talk about some dude put together a list of the worst movies ever, and holy shit, I've never been angrier.
Does Tim agree? You'll find out.
I get angry. That dude had no fucking idea what he's on about. Yeah, check it on the Patreon page. I will break the news right now that Season 2 of 31 Days of Horror is returning this year. Where I do a review every day in the month of October.
Where Tim destroys himself throughout October.
I do. Yeah.
And leaves himself with no spare time to spend with his family.
October is a busy fucking month for me, man. I'm going to be a recluse and be locked in my room.
Yeah, they're like, where's Daddy?
Shut up!
Watching horror movies.
And we'll be soon getting our next Schwarzenegger film.
Yeah.
Ready. So, yeah. And we're going to do a bracket episode. We're going to do a bracket episode next month.
Okay.
It's been a while, so, yeah. Yeah. Go to patreon.com/horror for dummies and check us out. You can cancel at any time. So, why the fuck not? Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
All right. On to next week's episode. You thought Feast and Beast was good. Next week.
Wait for Yeast and Meast.
No. Next week. This is a motherfucking invitation. We've got The Invitation.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing Invitation from 2016, 2017, 2018. I don't know. It was new. And we've got a new movie coming out called The Invitation.
Oh.
Yep. So we're doing double invitation, and we're inviting you to join us.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. You did it. Ha ha.
So, yeah, next week's going to be fun. We're going to check out those two movies. And, that's it. That's the show.
That's it. So what's we're doing? Double invite.
That's the show. So you're free to finish this episode.
+1.
Unless you want... You can keep listening if you want to listen to the song that I'm going to play at the end of this episode, which I don't know what it is yet. But I'm sure it'll be fun.
Super Beast, Rob Zombie.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, listen to Super Beast by Rob Zombie. That's a good jam. I like Rob Zombie. Rob Hungy. How are you doing? Anyway, enough bullshit. Go and come on something. That's it.
Come on or in something.
I said, dip!